This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Funding for the Department of Homeland Security is in the spotlight today at our nation's capital. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. The prospect of ending the 6-week-long partial government shutdown remains in limbo. Our Doug Banks recaps what's transpired today and an executive order aiming to benefit TSA workers.
The bill's amended is passed.
In the early morning hours Friday, the U.S. Senate unanimously passed legislation to fund most of the Department of Homeland Security in an attempt to end the weeks-long partial government shutdown. The bill funds DHS agencies such as TSA, FEMA, and the U.S. Coast Guard, but excludes funding for ICE and parts of Border Patrol. Senator Susan Collins, in a statement Friday morning, speaking about congressional Democrats, said in part, quote, "Their refusal to fund ICE and Border Patrol leaves our borders and our country less secure and sets a precedent that they may one day come to regret."
Senate Democrats were clear. No blank check for a lawless ICE and Border Patrol. We held the line.
I think they ought to fund the whole thing. We're at war right now. We shouldn't be going through this, too.
The bill was then moved to the House, but was met with pushback from House Republicans and was rejected. Reports at this time indicate U.S. Speaker of the House Mike Johnson and GOP leadership will instead put forth a short-term bill to fully fund DHS for 60 days. However, this move puts ending the partial shutdown at risk because the House is scheduled to go on a 2-week spring recess by the end of Friday. The Senate, who would need to pass what the House decides on, has already left for their recess. Funding for TSA lapsed on February 14th. Causing delays in airports and TSA workers missing their first full paycheck last week. On Friday afternoon, President Donald Trump signed an executive order to pay those workers. Those funds are reportedly coming out of the One Big Beautiful bill passed last July. A TSA spokesperson telling us the process for paying its workforce has already begun, and TSA officers should, quote, begin seeing paychecks as early as Monday. Doug Banks reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And of course, this is a developing story. More information will be provided once it becomes available. In other news, the U.S. Department of Justice is investigating California and Maine for the state's practices surrounding the housing of men with female inmates in its prisons. The DOJ says it is looking into whether Maine is violating the constitutional rights of women incarcerated at the Maine Correctional Center in Windham. Specifically, the DOJ says they are investigating allegations that a biologically male inmate was allowed to remain housed with women despite complaints that the male inmate had assaulted or harassed female inmates. The DOJ said the investigations are pursuant to its authority to enforce the Civil Rights of Institutionalized Persons Act, or CRIPA. U.S. Attorney for the District of Maine, Andrew Benson, said in part, quote, "The U.S. Attorney's Office is committed to protecting the civil rights of all Maine citizens, no matter where they live, and will work with our colleagues in the Civil Rights Division to ensure that this vulnerable population is protected from harm while housed in state custody," end quote. A fourth person is now in custody in connection with a drug investigation in Herman. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office initially arrested 3 people Wednesday after executing a search warrant at a home on Krogan Road. Investigators say they seized more than a pound of meth, crack, cocaine, and fentanyl. Following additional testing, they confirmed the presence of both methamphetamine and cocaine. They say that's what led them back to the residence where they arrested 74-year-old Sherry Kluke, who you just saw. 3 of the 4 people arrested in this case appeared in court this afternoon to face charges.
We won't be taking a plea from you today because you're entitled to have the case presented to the grand jury, and it's only if the grand jury indicts you that we would then take a plea.
The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says the case is still open with the possibility of more charges or arrests. A Glenburn man allegedly dodging a prison sentence has been arrested. The Penobscot County Sheriff's Office says on Wednesday, deputies and detectives conducted an investigation into the whereabouts of 41-year-old Donald Searway of Glenburn, who had warrants for his arrest and had failed to report to jail for a 2-year sentence. He'd been found guilty on September 29, 2025, and then failed to report for his sentence. An arrest warrant was later granted. The Sheriff's Office says on Wednesday, Searway Norway was seen in a vehicle on Union Street in Herman and was then stopped on Billings Road in Herman. He was immediately arrested. He was also charged with unlawful possession of scheduled drugs. Well, switching gears now, rising oil prices tied to the ongoing conflict in Iran are impacting communities here in Maine, especially as towns prepare for paving season. Our Alexa Kennedy has details.
This includes everything from housing production to infrastructure to clean water to transportation.
Rising oil prices driven by the conflict in Iran are increasing asphalt costs in Maine, threatening to reduce paving projects and strain municipal budgets. Pain at the pump has been one of the most immediate economic impacts of the conflict, as crude oil prices have surged due to supply disruptions and cuts from major Middle East producers. According to an Associated Press report, Brent crude oil topped $108 per barrel, while U.S. crude neared $98. AP says those rising oil prices are driving up asphalt costs. Maine DOT data shows prices have already increased, and officials say they're closely monitoring trends to assess impacts on project budgets. In Bangor, Public Works Director David Telon says the city is feeling the strain.
Rising fuel costs are obviously impacting activities. They're not slowing us down or stopping us, but they're impacting the budget.
The city is preparing to send paving projects out to bid, but uncertainty remains. Telon says cost increases could vary greatly, but it's too soon to be sure.
We could see a wide swing in the cost of those materials. Till we get that, we really can't analyze it.
That could mean fewer roads get paved this year.
If we have 10 miles worth of paving on there, it'll impact us to reduce the amount of miles we're going to be able to pave this year.
He says with winter damage already taking a toll, delays could have lasting effects.
The condition of our roads coming out of winter especially are in pretty poor condition right now. Potholes opening every day.
Telon warns falling behind now could create bigger problems later.
If we slack off, that means more will need to be done next year, and we'll have to increase our budget to get ahead of it again.
State officials say safeguards like asphalt price adjustments are in place. But if oil prices remain high, both state and local governments may need more funding to keep roads in good condition. In Bangor, Alexa Kennedy, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Meanwhile, a bond package of well over $200 million has passed the legislature's Appropriations Committee. Legislative leaders say the money will be invested in Maine's future, and Maine voters might just get the final say. Our Callie Warren explains.
This includes everything from housing production to infrastructure to clean water to transportation, rural economy, higher education.
A funding package of $207.5 million has advanced in the legislature, bringing Mainers one step closer to being able to vote on what legislative leaders say are essential funding bonds.
I mean, the reason I'm so passionate about bonds is because it doesn't reach into people's wallets in that way. It takes it, the burden away from people's property taxes or income taxes.
The package includes $65 million in funding for transportation maintenance and upgrades. $45 million is set aside for agriculture, conservation, and forestry to support Maine farmers and foresters. $15 million is allocated to resiliency infrastructure and culverts to reduce storm damage. $20 million is set to fund rural affordable housing and mobile home development, while another $20 million goes to residential sewer and water. $20 million will support the expansion of wastewater treatment systems to protect public health and clean water. The package also sends $18.5 million to the University of Maine system to remove underutilized buildings and invest in campus infrastructure. Additionally, $4 million is allocated to court system infrastructure in the Newport region, something that Newport legislator and lawyer Kenneth Fredette has been consistently advocating for.
And a lot of people just in this part of the state are not comfortable driving to Bangor, going into the big city, so to speak. So, for those people that need emergency protection orders, divorces, all that stuff, it's really critical to them.
The proposal is expected to go in front of the legislature next week. If passed by a 2/3 majority, it will go before Maine voters as a statewide referendum in November, with each funding measure to be voted on separately.
The Maine taxpayers can decide as an entire state what we want to go out and bond and invest on.
Callie Warren reporting for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
And let's pause now for a first look at our forecast.
Thank you, Beth. Looks like we're having decreasing clouds out there for today, staying dry. And those highs right around average in the low 40s for today here in Bangor. A few areas a little bit warmer, close to 50 in Sanford for today at 49 for you. But check out up north. You can see the effects of the front first, keeping you with highs only near 30 in Presque Isle for today and 35 in Greenville this afternoon. Now, for tonight, we're going to see the clouds get out of here. Expect mostly clear skies. We'll still see some more increasing clouds for tomorrow, especially into the afternoon. Right around 1:30 is when you can expect those increasing clouds making their way into Bangor. Looking to stay dry, but there will be a dry front coming tomorrow night that can bring a little bit of wind. But for tonight, after a breezy day today, the winds are going to die down. And with that being said, in the clear skies, radiational cooling will occur. That's going to drop our lows down into the low to mid-teens for tonight. Beth?
Chase, thank you. And just ahead, more of your local news.
Diabetes isn't a death sentence, but it is absolutely a life sentence, and you have to figure out how you're going to keep your kid alive. So when you find somebody from the government that's on your side, and it happens to be Susan Collins at the same time, that was just magnificent. After the meeting in Portland for my wife and son, my wife came back. She was 10 feet tall. She'd felt seen, she felt heard, and she felt like we had a powerful advocate on our side. It was a big step towards healing.
Thank you, Senator Collins.
Please continue delivering for T1 families.
When Maine winter bites, nothing matters more than keeping your family warm. The solution is simple, a high-efficiency heat pump installed by Valley Home Services. It's the quiet, reliable warmth you need all season long. At Valley Home, we're your elite Fujitsu Air Stage dealer, ensuring expert installation that delivers consistent comfort and maximizes your energy savings. And we make it easy to switch to efficiency heating and qualify for those valuable Efficiency Maine rebates. Stay perfectly warm without the high cost. For a warm, worry-free winter, trust the local experts. Valley Home Services. Winter warmth is waiting. Call us today.
What's happening at the Penobscot Ice Arena?
Youth hockey leagues.
Public skating.
Stick and puck.
Birthday party.
Adult hockey leagues.
Frozen Friday laser light skate.
Lace up your skates today at Penobscot Ice Arena in Brewer. For more information, visit penobscoticearena.com.
Welcome to outdoor living. Welcome to Granville Stone and Hearth. Goodness knows we've been cooped up long enough. Make plans now to enjoy the outside of your home too. Come to Granville and see, touch, and imagine what you can do in your backyard. Light a path, light a fire, grill a meal, sit a bit. It's all in stock. There's a staycation right outside your door with expert help from Granville, one of the largest outdoor living suppliers in Maine. Granville Stone and Hearth, Main Road, Holden.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Welcome back. Legislation has been introduced to strengthen America's seafood industry. Senator Angus King and Lisa Murkowski of Alaska introduced a bill called the American Seafood Competitiveness Act that expands access to the Department of Agriculture's loan and grant programs for commercial fishermen, seafood processors, and marine culture-related businesses. The legislation would also expand farm credit eligibility to businesses providing services to fishermen and fish processors. Senator King released a statement that said, quote, whether your crops have seeds or scales, America's food producers are essential to our economy and food supply, so we should seek economic parity for the men and women who work in the seafood industry. The American Seafood Competitiveness Act would help level the playing field and ensure our lobstermen and shellfish growers have access to the resources they need to grow and compete, end quote. Meanwhile, $43 million in new funding is available to support the installation of heat pump water heaters in Maine. The funding is through a multi-state initiative supported by a federal grant to rapidly increase the adoption of heat pump technology across the region. Incentives funded by the program are now available for eligible households through Efficiency Maine rebates of over $1,000. The rebate is provided as an instant discount on heat pump water heater purchases at participating Maine distributors and retailers. A press release from the governor's office says water heating accounts for about 18% of a home's energy use, making it the second largest energy expense for most households after heating. Well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, the Discovery Museum in Bangor is bringing science to life with the annual Maine Science Festival. And in sports, Maine football held their annual Pro Day. We'll have that story after the break.
See the USA in your Chevrolet.
The best way to see the USA starts in a Chevy SUV with room for the whole family. Added peace of mind for every mile. And range to take you farther.
Get out there and see the USA, because right now, well-qualified buyers can get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2026 Equinox models. Plus, no monthly payments for 90 days.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealers.
Starting in May 2026, Maine Paid Family and Medical Leave gives eligible workers up to 12 weeks to take the time needed for parental and family care, medical, military family, and safe leave. With partial wage replacement, your income stays protected, giving you peace of mind. Leave is flexible, portable, and available to self-employed Mainers who elect coverage. Maine Paid Family and Medical Leave. It's how we care. It's who we are. Benefits begin May 2026. Learn more at maine.gov/paid leave.
Keep your next building project on track when you plan ahead with help from Hammond Lumber Company. Hammond's Home Planning Center specialists offer professional plans with customizable 3D renderings available to bring your project to life. Once your design is finalized and approved, you'll receive a full materials list. And when you buy all your materials from them, Hammond will refund your design fees. Get your building project off to the right start when you bring your vision to Hammond Lumber Company.
What the? Who are you?
I'm the CEO of Frost Enterprises from the future.
The what now?
Because of everything you've done to help people get their cars ready for winter, you've had tremendous success.
Just from installing snow tires?
And replacing batteries and installing winter wipers.
Well, I just like to see folks safe on the road.
And for that, we thank you. Travel with me into the future and marvel at your accomplishments.
Nope, little chilly. I'm staying right here.
ABC 7 and Fox 22's Jack Webb named Maine's Sportscaster of the Year by the National Sports Media Association.
Welcome back in, folks. On Friday, Maine football held their annual Pro Day, where players got to showcase their talents in front of NFL scouts. 8 total players got to run through tests and drills, including staples like the bench press, 40-yard dash, and broad jump for these Black Bears looking for a shot at professional football. This day is not only a culmination of months of intense training, but also a lifetime of hard work.
Very great, solid performance from all of us. We worked so hard for this opportunity. It's a 2-month grind for a 3-hour workout. We were just blessed and fortunate to be in this position right now. And that's just really what it is, man. I just couldn't express a sigh of relief. You work so hard for this moment, so many ups and downs throughout the training and stuff like that. But one thing I learned is just stay level-headed. Don't get too high, don't get too low. And, you come out here, you only got one shot. So we had one shot, and we made the best of it.
It was definitely intense, but like I said, it's just work. There's nothing much to it. You've been working your whole life. So, the work is work, so.
With their testing numbers being recorded for all 32 teams to see, it's one of the biggest days of their career. But luckily for these Black Bears, they weren't alone. They came back to Orono where their former teammates were cheering them on.
It was pretty awesome, I'm not gonna lie. Just be able to run and just hear the oohs and ahs of the crowd, knowing that these are your boys, the guys you grinded with. You went through those hard mornings, those hard nights, and just have them support you. And you just have like a support system and a family behind you. It really pushes you to be great.
I bleed Maine Black Bears, like I'm a Black Bear for life.
It was nice they came out here. They watched our brawl, they watched our 40, watched us through the drill. That's great to have the guys out. I haven't seen them in a couple months, so that was really nice.
Best of luck to those Black Bears as they await their next opportunity. Baseball fans, the long wait's finally over. The 2026 MLB season kicked off this week around the country. And on Thursday, the Boston Red Sox opened up their season with a big win in Cincinnati. The Sox walked out of Cincy with a 3-0 win over the Reds in a very defensive game. Red Sox first team All-Star and 2025 strikeout leader Garrett Crochet picked up right where he left off, throwing 6 shutout innings in the contest. Crochet says the result on Thursday was no surprise to him based off of what he saw from his team during camp.
To not even compare, I just, black and white, I think that, we came into camp with the guys that we acquired knowing that we were going to be in a good position to perform like that. and to be able to answer those challenges, whether it be ground ball defense in the infield or whatnot. But guys that we returned as well, all the confidence in the world.
Pinch hitter Marcelo Meyer scored 2 of Boston's 3 runs. He says he's always felt ready to step up when the team needs him to get going.
I did a little bit last year. Obviously didn't do it in the spring, but knew that was going to be a part of my role coming into this team. So just mentally preparing for that and making sure that I'm ready to go in whenever that is.
Big time stuff yesterday from Meyer. For now, that's all the time we have for sports. Here's your full 5-day forecast.
Thank you, Jack. Your evening weather is brought to you by Silva's Towing in Old Town, serving Penobscot County and beyond. All right, those highs for today with the decreasing clouds got up into the low 40s here in Bangor. Did see warmer temperatures down near Sanford, almost close to 54 today, but a lot of mid to upper 40s there. Now, a little bit further north, you saw the effects of the front first, so staying cooler today in Millinocket, right at 40 for you, mid 30s for Greenville, and right at 30 in Presque Isle on the northern tier of the state. And you may have some single digits coming your way for tonight, possibly reaching to the negatives. You can see that here in Clayton Lake with the clear skies for tonight, and the winds going light. Looking to stay right around the low to mid teens here in Bangor, but as we get closer down to Portland with your warmer temperatures today, you're going to be hanging out near the low 20s. Now, for tomorrow, we are not going to see warmer temperatures like we saw today. We're going to be back below freezing, looking at right at 30 here in Bangor. That continues down to Portland, maybe a little bit warmer, near freezing or slightly above, but much cooler further up north with upper teens and low 20s. This is going to be well below average, as you see, for our temperature trend. The average high right around the mid 40s right now, so about 14 degrees below that tomorrow, but getting closer for your Sunday. And then we're back above, and we're really going to ride the spring roller coaster this week. Check out your Monday, looking at low to mid 50s then, dipping down into the mid to upper 30s for your Tuesday with a chance for a wintry mix with that. As we get into your Wednesday, we're going to increase into the mid 60s. We have a chance for thunderstorms for your Wednesday evening, and then the cold front will follow. We'll see the cooler temperatures again Thursday and the Friday, hanging out just a little bit below average, but we're definitely getting a taste of spring this week with about every mode of weather that we can see. We're seeing winds from the north right now, pretty gusty, looking at gusts near 22 to 25 miles per hour right now. That is pretty sustained winds from the back end of this front, but winds tonight are really looking to die down. That's going to help really cool off our temperatures here in the Bangor region with some clear skies. The models want to keep a few clouds out there, but lots of dry air tonight. Sticking around for tomorrow. So you got the clouds, and we will have a front come through tomorrow night. Wants to drop some snow showers, but there's a lot of dry air in place, so not a very good chance that these snow showers do fall. But as the front comes through, we'll get some gusty winds for a little bit, but then the winds will die right back down to your Sunday. Again, lots of dry air in place, so it looks like it may snow, but mainly just seeing some mostly cloudy skies and a few possible flurries, otherwise staying dry. So for tonight, we got lows in the low teens with those clear skies, winds going light from the northwest for tonight after some breezy winds today. We'll see highs back near 30 for tomorrow, going to be cooler than was for today with partly cloudy skies. Again, winds staying light during the afternoon, only right around 5 to 10 miles per hour. So here's a look at your extended forecast. We're looking at 40s for your Sunday with the cloudy skies in place. Then we got chances for rain showers. We will warm up into the low to mid 50s, and this is where we really start riding the roller coaster. We'll dip down to the mid to upper 30s for your Tuesday. A wintry mix will be falling across the state, but then a big surge of warm air is coming in for your Wednesday, warming us into the mid 60s for the afternoon hours, and that'll be followed by a line of scattered showers and thunderstorms heading into your Wednesday night. Beth?
Thank you so much, and we have more news just ahead.
What matters more? A bank with innovative products or one that cares for the community? At Bangor Savings Bank, we think it's both because our innovation helps customers build stronger credit, earn rewards when shopping local, give teens independence and financial experience, and simplify business with local solutions. So what matters more? You.
Imagine yourself in a new Toyota.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now, from the longest-lasting brand, you could get a $259 a month lease on a fuel-sipping Corolla Cross SUV with a total contract cost of $14,064.
Go from dreaming it to driving it today.
Toyota, let's go places.
Jonathan Bush. He's a battle-tested trailblazer who's created over 900 jobs in Maine.
The jobs that Jonathan brought to Belfast were really transformative for so many families.
Now Bush wants to shake up Augusta. He'll slash wasteful spending and cut property and income taxes. a billion-dollar tax cut for hardworking Mainers.
Jonathan is a big thinker with big ideas, but he actually makes them happen.
I'm Jonathan Bush. I look forward to earning your vote.
Carpets looking tired, stained, or just plain dirty? It's time to call the pros. At CNR Carpet Cleaning, we use deep steam technology to remove dirt, odors, pet hair, and allergens fast. Fresh, clean carpets, healthier home. That's the CNR promise. Visit our Facebook page for a free estimate or call us today, 631-7380. Step into clean with CNR Carpet Cleaning.
A unique approach in addressing the dangers of social media. Lawmakers in Minnesota are considering a bill that would require social media companies to use their own technology to protect kids online. The bill's sponsor, Minnesota State House Republican Peggy Scott, says the companies already use tech to target ads and collect data on users. So under the bill, those companies would be required to use that technology to estimate a user's age and block kids who are under 15.
The algorithms are already there. The social media companies are already estimating their age. There's nothing, we can't put that genie back in the bottle.
If approved, the bill would only apply to platforms with at least $1 billion in worldwide annual advertising revenue. The bill would also set up ways for parents to let their kids maintain social media accounts. Well, if you're looking for someone always to tell you yes, artificial intelligence chatbots seem to be on task. Computer scientists at Stanford University found that AI large language models are overall agreeable when users ask for advice on personal matters. The study's lead author says, quote, by default, AI advice does not tell people that they're wrong nor give them, quote, tough love. Researchers are growing concerned that those models also affirmed users' choices even when they showed illegal or harmful behavior. Roughly a third of teens in the U.S. have reportedly used AI for, quote, serious conversations rather than reaching out to a human. The study's authors are calling for stricter regulations to prevent more, quote, unsafe models from popping up. Their findings appear in the journal Science. Well, science is sparking in Bangor this week as the Discovery Museum hosts its annual Maine Science Festival. Our Alex Schley has more.
The 11th annual Maine Science Festival kicked off Wednesday night, turning the city into a hub of hands-on discovery.
The 5 days start with evening events. We have science trivia, we have Science on Tap, which takes place in a bar every year and has a different theme.
Friday, middle school students from across central Maine got to step out of the classroom and into a lab of live learning.
There are other science festivals across the country and even internationally, but we are the only one that focuses just on Maine science, our own science.
Organizers say it's important to them that they highlight Maine to Mainers.
There's really amazing science that happens here, and also realizing that there are some kids and adults who have such an interest in science but don't have a way to celebrate that.
In addition to hosting their annual science festival, this week the Discovery Museum is also celebrating receiving a national medal from the Institute of Museum and Library Services.
We're the first museum in Maine to have ever won in the 30-year history of this award, and one of the reasons that they told us that they actually really loved our application package is because of our community outreach. So things like the festival really set us apart from what other institutions are doing.
Saturday, the festival opens to the public with a free event at the Cross Insurance Center, where nearly 50 organizations will help turn learning into discovery. We'll have more information and a complete schedule of this year's festival on our website, foxbangor.com. In Bangor, Alex Schley for ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Absolutely love the turtles. Alrighty, folks, that is going to do it for us from everyone here at ABC 7 News. Take care and have a great rest of your night. And for more, you can join us over on Fox 22 News tonight at 6:30.
night. Chaos at some major... Him?
Yes.
He wasn't there. So if his son took it or his wife took it, I would sue them.
Yes.
You have an absolute right to do that.
Thank you.
Okay, we're done. Thank you. By the way, that's nonsense. You counterclaim. It's dismissed.
Wow. I don't even have a right to be heard of for you.
It's nonsense. You have the truck.
Wow.
Parties are excused. May step out, sir.
Judge Judy continues in a moment. And on the next Judge Judy.
My opinion's the only one that counts.
Well, it's okay. It was very informative. You know, she gave me some good tips, you know, so.
I don't care nothing about the allegations. I answered the question when she asked. She said, did you take the property? I said, no.
I just have to sue the wife and sue the son, you know, but I'm definitely going after what was mine.
That's it. So either you believe me or you believe them.
And they just didn't want to pay me, man, you know, and then they want to, you know, try to keep my stuff out of my car and in my truck, you know.
That was on some work that he had did to the house, and he wanted to be paid for some work that he said, oh, we family.
I mean, I did my job, I did my work, you know, I just have to go about some other means to get my things from out of my truck.
You don't have to pay me to do this, just get the material, and whatever you give me is all right.
No, I don't need no friends like that that's stealing from me. Don't need no friends like that, man.
This is Fox 22 News Tonight.
Funding for the Department of Homeland Security is in the spotlight today at our nation's capital. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. The prospect of ending the 6-week-long partial government shutdown remains in limbo. Our Doug Banks recaps what's transpired today and an executive order aiming to benefit TSA workers.
The bill's amended is passed.
In the early morning hours Friday, the U.S. Senate unanimously passed legislation to fund most of the Department of Homeland Security in an attempt to end the weeks-long partial government shutdown. The bill funds DHS agencies such as TSA, FEMA, and the U.S. Coast Guard, but excludes funding for ICE and parts of Border Patrol. Senator Susan Collins, in a statement Friday morning, speaking about congressional Democrats, said in part, quote, their refusal